guys, welcome back to The Bright Side. Macy here, The Bright Side Girl, and today we're going to be doing my Randomathon Food TBR. So my shirt technically counts because it has a Dole Whip from Disney on it. You're not gonna be able to see it very much, but I always like to share what's going on with my outfit. So this is going to be my TBR for the next round of Randomathon, which is happening Monday, April 8th through Sunday, April 21st. This readathon changes themes every time we do a round, and this second round is themed all around food. Books with food in the title, food on the cover, or books about food. I will link the announcement video as well as my recommendation video and my haul and anything else down below in the description. All the information on the reading challenges, the photo challenges, how to get the graphics and the playlist and all of that stuff is going to be down below, so be sure and check that out. Make sure you're also following me on Instagram at The Bright Side Girl, as I host a lot of the readathon on Instagram. We do photo challenges. I share everyone's photo challenges. I post a lot in my stories. A lot of the things are going to be on there, so make sure you're following over there as well. For this video, I'm going to be talking about the books that I'm specifically reading for the reading challenges. So I plan on reading a lot more than this because I do a lot of audiobooks and I can do that while I'm like working and cleaning. I'm only going to be sharing a small portion today so I can kind of have room to be flexible. Before we get started, you don't have to do any of these challenges to participate. They're just fun to kind of help us scavenge our shelves and read things that we may have otherwise not read, or you can get them from the library via audio or in person as well. There are lots of different ways that you can find books inexpensively or free for the different challenges, so keep that in mind as well. Okay, so challenge number one is set in a restaurant. Now, the majority of the book does not need to take place in a restaurant, but at some point they need to be in a restaurant, near a restaurant, and talking about a restaurant. So for that one, I am choosing Tweet Cute by Emma Lord. I actually almost unhauled this one until I realized that it had a food element, and I didn't know that before. So this is a YA contemporary novel. In this one, we're following Pepper, who's a swim team captain, a chronic overachiever, and an all-around perfectionist. Her family may be falling apart, but their massive fast food chain is booming, mainly thanks to Pepper, who is barely managing to juggle real life while secretly running Big League Burger's massive Twitter account. Enter Jack, the class clown and constant thorn in Pepper's side. When he isn't trying to duck out of the obscenely popular twins' shadow, he's busy working on his family's deli. His relationship with the business that holds his future may be love and hate, but when Big League Burger steals his grandma's iconic grilled cheese recipe, he'll do whatever it takes to take them down one tweet at a time. It just sounds like it's going to be really, really fun. We've got like kind of an enemies to lovers situation. We've got two different restaurants in here, so it sounds like it'll be perfect. Okay, the next reading challenge is the main character cooks. So for that one, I have two choices and they're vastly different. So we've got Midsummer Mayhem. This is a cute middle grade novel that I've been wanting to read for forever. It is also a loose Midsummer Night's Dream retelling, so it'd be good for Retoldathon happening in the fall. We're following 11-year-old Mimi Maxon. She comes from a big Indian American family, the youngest of four. She feels invisible, but her dream of proving herself seems possible when she enters a contest at the brand new bakery in town. But when Mimi's dad, a renowned food writer, mysteriously loses his highly honed sense of taste, she worries she'll never be able to bake something impressive enough to propel her family to fame. So we've got a little cooking competition in here, and her dad is a food writer, and it just sounds adorable. Another cooking competition, The Golden Spoon by Jessa Maxwell. This one was pitched to me as Great British Bake Off with a murder mystery, and that sounds great. I know they're like at a competition at like a castle or some kind of manor, and they're cooking, and then someone gets murdered and they have to solve the mystery. So there's going to be a lot of people cooking in here, and it sounds like it's going to be such a fun time. Next challenge is food in the title. I have two for this one as well. So I have The Sugar Queen by Sarah Addison Allen. I've had this one for so long and I keep meaning to read it. Sarah Addison Allen is known for her cozy, slightly mysterious books. They're really, really good. I talked about Garden Spells in my recommendations video. That's the only one I've read so far, but I've been collecting her other ones. So in this one, we have 27-year-old Josie Serini, and she is sure of three things. Winter in North Carolina is her favorite season. She's a sorry excuse for a Southern belle, and sweets are best eaten in the privacy of her hidden closet. For while Josie settled into an uneventful life in her mother's house, her one consolation is the stockpile of sugary treats and paperback romances she escapes to each night, until she finds her closet harboring none other than local waitress Della Baker, a tough-talking, tender-hearted woman who is one part nemesis and two parts fairy godmother. So usually there's like a slight magical element in her books as well, and it sounds so good. I'm so excited to get to it. Then we have Sorcery Cecilia and the Enchanted Chocolate Pot. This is by Patricia C. Red and Caroline C. Vermer. This is actually part of a series I have been wanting to read for so so long. First of all, just the title alone sounds great. There's a great deal happening in London this season. For starters, there's a witch who tried to poison Kate at the Royal College of Wizards. Since when does hot chocolate burn a hole straight through one's dress? Then there's a strange spell that's made Dorothea the toast of the town. Could it possibly have something to do with the charm bag under Oliver's bed? And speaking of Oliver, just how long can Cecilia and Kate make excuses for him? Ever since he was turned into a tree, he hasn't bothered to tell anyone where he is. Clearly, magic is a deadly and dangerous business, and the girls might be in fear for their lives if only they weren't having so much fun. I mean, how adorable and charming does that sound? I am so excited. I actually have all the books in this trilogy. And I think it's set in the Victorian era, and we've got some like letters, and it's just, I'm so pumped. Next reading challenge is features recipes. For that one, I'm doing First Frost by Sarah Addison Allen. This one is actually the first in the series before Garden Spell, which I didn't know was like part of a duology. I think she almost always puts a recipe in the back of the books. It's October in Bascom, North Carolina, and autumn will not go quietly. As temperatures drop and leaves begin to turn, the Waverly women are made restless by the whims of their mischievous apple tree and all the magic that swirls around it. But this year, the First Frost has much more in store. Claire Waverly has started a successful new venture, Waverly's Candies. Though her handcrafted confections, rose to recall lost love, lavender to promote happiness, and lemon verbena to soothe throats and minds, are singularly effective, the business of selling them is costing her the everyday joys of her family and her belief in her own precious gifts. So I love the Waverly sisters. They always have something magical and fantastical going on, and I think there's at least one recipe in here. Sounds great. And then the last reading challenge is Fruit on the Cover. For that one, I've chosen With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. I mean, there's a lot of fruit on here. It's perfect. It will also work for the main character cooking. So this is a YA contemporary. Ever since she got pregnant freshman year, Emoni Santiago's life has been about making tough decisions, doing what has to be done for her daughter and her abuela, and the one place she can let all that go is in the kitchen. There she lets her hands tell her what to cook, listening to her intuition, and adding a little something magical every time, turning her food into straight up goodness. Even though she's always dreamed of working in a kitchen after she graduates, Emoni knows that it's not worth her time to pursue the impossible. Yet despite the rules she's made for her life and everyone else's rules which she refuses to play by, once Emoni starts cooking, her only choice is to let her talent break free. So it sounds so good and so charming and so cute. Oh my gosh, look, the naked cover also has fruit all over it. How fun is that? So excited to try this one out. All right, so that is everything that I want to share with you today. I have so many other things like checked out on audiobook and physically from the library, and just piles of books everywhere. Very excited to see what I get to, what I wind up liking. I have different genres and things in case my mood changes. So let me know what you plan on reading down below in the comments. And if you plan on participating, don't forget to check out all those other recommendation videos in case you need them. We are less than 1 week away from starting, and I am so excited. I hope you'll join me, and I'll see you guys next time on The Bright Side.